How's everybody doing? My name is Azaria. Thank you for chiming in to House of Truth. Our general messages may not resonate with everybody um, because it's a general reading, not a personal one. But if you want a personal one, you can email me at azariadevine@gmail.com and I'll be happy to assist you with a free one. Feel free to follow me on Anchor Podcast under Spiritual Essentials / House of Truth. I'm also on Facebook under Spiritual Essentials. If you want all the latest uploads of my videos, please hit the bell down at the right hand side of your corner. Don't forget to hit all. I have been led to spiritually do a just a spiritual message to see what it is that come in. I pray that everybody is doing okay, keeping safe, keeping yourself protected. You know what? It is good to release things off your chest. Yeah. If it's things that you need to say and it's pertaining to like something that you just know ain't right, yeah, people need to speak on it. Hiding it and keeping it concealed because of fear and all this, it's like whatever. If people can't accept what it is that needs to be said and it is the truth, hey, that's not on you, that's on them. I'm calling in the energy of the collective's Holy Spirit. I'm calling in the energies of the collective. I'm calling in the energy of the collective. I'm calling in the energy of the collective's Holy Spirit. Energy of the calling in the energy of the collective's Holy Spirit. It's two of them. I'm gonna do this one. This is the one I'm guided to do. I can't take too long because I do have dinner on. You know what I'm saying? But I pray that everybody, like I said, is doing okay, um, keeping themselves safe and protected. You got the Untamed, number 48. If you have been seeing the numbers 888 and that is uh, resonates with you, then yeah, this this reading could be for you. I've been seeing a lot of 888s too. Okay, we're gonna get in depth on what this means. Let's see. But it's like I feel that somebody is not just intuitively. I just feel like someone is not allowing themselves to be controlled. You just untamed, free spirited, free hearted. Um, I also heard not going by the book, but you go by your own rules and regulations. I feel that why my head singing. Someone is like, I don't care what a person thinks, say, but this is how I am. Accept me, love me for who I am. I believe you've probably dealt with people who have tried to change you or change who you are as an individual, but you're just someone who cannot be tamed. You have the energy of this free spirit, right? It's saying that God brings the empowerment of the untamed. To be untamed is to be true to oneself without condition. It is freedom, but it is not always easy. There are many belief systems, some of which are considered to be essential and beyond question to, ooh, to mainstream human society, which will mark an untamed spirit as a dangerous and suspicious creature, even though that untamed spirit serves unconditional love. Yet to be untamed is the only way to discover who you are and live your divine destiny. Behind the clothing, the social mask, and the stories you tell yourself, or that you tell, or hold on, the stories you tell yourself, or that others tell you, there is a beautiful, wild, divine creature that wants out. Uncage that divinity and watch your wild beauty emerge as you and your world transform through raw grace. One of the most exciting, terrifying, liberating, and to those who live in fear, threatening thresholds you'll go through on a spiritual path is to unplug from mass conditioning. Um, Somebody is doing like a whole brand new transformation, right? And like I said, they don't care what others think about it. They're taking off this social mask. Uh, I just heard some people like maybe going off the grid, wanting to be more freer when it comes to society. I don't know if this might not be for all. I just feel like wanting to come out of the conditionings of society, the labels, the statistics that society puts on us as humans, right? I believe someone is trying to be controlled, maybe in a religious manner too. Um, Listen to this. In the same way, you might imagine a cult member having to deprogram their mind as they exit the cult and rejoin normal society. There will be a point on the spiritual path where you release that normal society. Release that normal society is actually trapped in a cult like mind of its own. Somebody is freeing themselves mentally as well. I heard somebody just getting out of jail. Somebody just got released and have a new frame of thinking. They had time to think. Okay? Uh, had time to reform. um, but what I also feel that maybe some things that a person or standards that someone might be living by was not just, it wasn't working. Wanting to be free and subject oneself to their own divine destiny and the freedom loving divine rebel. Someone is a rebel. Just make sure you are a rebel with a cause. But I think just having that rebellion against or conformity is uh, is a cause enough when it comes to rebelling to how people want you to conform. That is most definitely a fight within itself, and it is a necessity. Okay, you can have your freedom, but you need courage. You'll go through loss as well. So having this change, people might not want to, might shun you, might look at you differently, but it's okay. It's for the greater good of oneself. So one might want to change how they, uh, change how they view religion or how they want to serve God. So you take it as it resonates. But just to know that it's the loss of what ultimately suffocate your soul. You are letting go of things that are not allowing you to be yourself, pretty much. And you're wanting to be this free spirit. Some of you guys are like being controlled by family members, or trying to be controlled by family members, right? But you have this connection or this spiritual connection, this force that is guiding you to on this spiritual journey, this path, right? To come out of conformities. For the untamed. Holy Spirit, spiritual message for the untamed, please. Spiritual message for the untamed. Somebody like new beaches, I heard. Or somebody wants to try this. This would be something new for them. going to a new beach. When I accept the love of the universe, God, as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. So this is like, and I just said this, it is not for man to direct his own footsteps. There are times where we might, as humans, follow flesh instead of allowing ourselves to be guided spiritually. So what I feel is that someone is awakening to that spiritual huh? I thought someone said, okay, they're awakening to the spiritual aspect of themselves and beginning to accept the love of God, right? Maybe they, someone have done some things that have not shown appreciation or love when it comes to self. I don't care what it is. It could be drugs, being promiscuous, whatever the case may be. But someone is putting these things aside, awakening to the love of God, and allowing God to be that teacher. Um, and allowing God to guide you back into the light, right? Because you are this untamed individual. Like, it's like you just lived your life freely. You probably done things that has been damaging to yourself, damaging to others, but whatever the case may be, uh, it's like you're awakening to some things within, right? Um, and you feel that the things that you've done, it does. You've lived you lived a life that you can say you really have. You have experiences in life. You've lived this carefree life, which built experiences, right? Which you grew from. So now you are awakening to spiritual direction. Okay, this is like a big change within, a huge transformation. Thanking God for helping you see beyond the limits of fear. Some people are scared to change because of conditionings, and because of the fact that the flesh the flesh is weak. Okay, and it's almost like some people have the fear of getting off drugs. Some people have the fear of putting down the bottle because of the fact of having to face some type of reality. The party life and things of this nature, thinking they're going to miss out on something. But the Heavenly Father is most definitely letting you know that there is something better provided for you. Um, just living this wild and untamed life um, might have brought about some type of uh, or like lack of clarity. Now you are being enlightened and finding a direction and finding a path, and that's all good. But and the thing about being untamed, you've learned these life lessons. You went through things due to being untamed. You were supposed to. You were supposed to, in order to find yourself spiritually. So now you can tell others on, hey, I done did this and that and the other, and look how I've changed. And you thank God for expanding your perception so that you can see what it is for the highest good. The more energy and intention I bring to my faith, the more fearless and free I am. So you realize that living this untamed life, carefree, spirit free, um, you're putting more intention and energy into your faith, right? Less doubt. There's spiritual messages coming in too as well, and blessings. Okay. Where's this going? But it's like spiritually, you went through these lessons in order to grow and in order to learn. having these experiences in order to teach and tell others how to overcome, how to refocus and put that energy elsewhere, because you are accepting the love of God as your teacher, helping you, allowing him to help you, guide you back to the light, and thanking him for helping you see beyond the limits of fear. Yeah, to incorporate a big change in your life, which can bring about a better outcome for yourself. Some people fear to make it. So now you have this bigger perception, expanding your knowledge, awakening, feeling better about yourself because there are some changes coming about, having more confidence, you're having more inner strength. You're because of this change, you're probably manifesting more, easier, having more energy. Making this true offering, this true sacrifice, true offering, making a sincere offering takes what can be an unbearable uh, cross. Is that what it says? Yeah. Unbearable cross. And returns it to love. True offerings takes what can be an unbearable cross and returns it to love. So this is letting go of negativity, right? Let go and let God. Letting go of the negativity, the hurt, the pain, the things you had to suffer, the things you had to go through. Taking action upon having these new beginnings. Awakening to accepting the love of God. When you accept the love of God, you accept the love within yourself. And you're using God to guide you and direct you, okay? So you can be that light and be that light for others. You felt that you were limited. Once again, sacrifice. Making a sacrifice to let things go that does not service your higher good. Look at that, throwing down what does not, whatever it is, it's not going to help you grow spiritually, physically, mentally. Sometimes just surrendering to the pain is a way of growth. God's cutting away all the needs, all that needs to go. So like I said before, if there's people that you feel that it's just hard for you to let go, habits, codependencies, these are just illusions. He will make a way for you to remove these illusions and obsessions and addictions out of your life, and realizing that this is just a pure sacrifice of love. And this is not just love for yourself and love for God. What it seems like to me is somebody is coming wanting to, what I hear is like, be more pleasing to God. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if people realize that God dwells within you. You yourself is the temple. And if you're not keeping your temple clean, therefore, God will not dwell there. So if you are partaking in certain things that are not clean, just know that God is not within you. And until you clean your temple up, then is when you will be awakened. You'll be awakened to his teachings, the light, the love. But as long as you are like holding on to this dark energy, the pain, the things you've had to go through, and you're not releasing people, places, or things, it'll be hard to receive this guided light because you so focused on what it is that flesh has to offer you, which is, it's pretty much it's hard for the flesh to let go of these things. So you thank God for helping you to see beyond the limits of fears of letting go. You thank God for opening up your mind and seeing things in a different perception, or yeah, perception, so that you can see what is for the highest good. This is people, places, or things. You realize that the people that you were dealing with were also untamed. Um, and like the way I was raised and brought up, um, that saying is bad association spoils youthful habits. Therefore, I am. So, the more energy and intention that you bring to your faith and letting things go and having faith when it comes to letting go, the more fearless and free you really become. You thought being untamed and doing what you want to do when you wanted to do it, regardless of who you stepped on, things of this nature. You realize that you awakened. You awakened to a whole new perception that there was something that you needed to let go. And I believe this is like dying off to self, letting go anything that was negative within you. Uh, the more energy and intention that you bring to your faith, and the more fearless you become, the more you uh, begin to accept this divine flow. Eventually, one sublime desire takes uh, precedence over all others. So, what I feel is that awakening to this new perception and being guided by God, it is it's taking over whatever it is negative that you might or like living in this fear base of letting go, because God is working that energy within you, because you've awakened to a whole new perception, right? You're having more faith when it comes to letting go. You're having more faith when it comes to putting aside substance and addictions and illusions. So there's a big transformation coming with you. And eventually, one sublime desire takes precedence over all others. And your desire is this awakening to this light. And it's actually overtaking. Um, it's like this light is overtaking the darkness within you, having this big, huge transformation or change. And you're following the even flow and the divine flow at all costs. And it's almost like you don't want to go back to what it was, because it didn't service your highest good. You had to let it go. So you are wanting to remain in this energy of faith at all costs, because you know it's going to bring about some type of abundance. And detaching from negativity, because you have been enlightened spiritually in regards of what it is that you need to go let go. And with detachment, you finally feel whole inside. And if you haven't, you will, with or without the fulfillment of a particular desire, illusion, uh, codependency, obsession, whatever the case may be. Um, Ironically, that's often when it's fulfilled, when you detach. Let it love. So even if this is relationships you are changing, letting go, you probably was what I hear is like reckless when it came to love, probably. And this is something that you're probably changing within, and finding that love within yourself, and allowing that that uh, that divine energy, God, work through you. That divine source is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation, and only love itself. So, like I said, when you know love, you know God, because God is love. And you're having this courage, but there's something that you might be apprehensive about, needing to be courageous to take the steps that you are being shown when it comes to your path. You might be receiving visions. You might hear things in your ear. I'm just saying, messages come in many forms, but there might be a fear when it comes to that. But having this Here I come. But having this divine abundance, you were born to align with the gods of the align with the love of God's will, and just follow that flow when it comes to divine abundance. And the main key is about letting go. Everything is indeed out of control, and God will hold it all. I can safely let go. So let go and let God. This has been your spiritual reading. If I vibe with you, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.